So this video is about applications of radicals. So let's begin. Number 1 says the length of a rectangle is 2 root 48 feet and the width is 6 root 3 feet. Express the following in simplest form. So the area, so since it's a rectangle, remember area is length times width. So we know this is the length and this is the width. So we have to do 2 root 48 times, and you can use a dot or parentheses, whatever you prefer, 6 root 3. And remember, when we're multiplying, you can only multiply the numbers that are outside together and only multiply the numbers that are inside together. So 2 and 6 are both outside, and 48 and 3 are inside. So 2 times 6 is 12. 48 times 3 is 144. Okay, if you did the worksheet yesterday, 144 is a perfect square. So this is 12 from this 12 times 12. So the area for this triangle is going to be 144. 144 what? Feet squared. Okay, then it says find the perimeter of the rectangle. Well, perimeter is you add up all the sides, or perimeter is 2 times length plus 2 times W, whichever is easier. I think this might be easier because if you add them all up, that's just a lot to do. So 2 times L is 2 times 2 root 48 plus 2 times W is 6 root 3. So again, you can only multiply numbers that are both outside. So this one and this one both don't have a root, and same thing with those. So 2 times 2 is 4 square root of 48 plus 2 times 6 is 12 square root of 3. 48 though, I have a feeling it breaks down because it's such a big even number. So let's try and break that down. So 48 is 2 times 24. 24 is 2 times 12. 12 is 2 times 6, and 6 is 2 times 3. Remember with these, we're trying to find pairs. So for 48, we have this pair of 2's, we have another pair of 2's, and then we have this 3 that's just a lonely guy. So both pairs are going to come out. So we have a 2 and a 2 root 3. But you can't forget that we had this 4 up here, so this also has to come down to be 4 times all of that. So that's 4 times 4, which is 16 root 3. So we have 16 root 3. And then we can't forget about this 12 root 3 plus 12 root 3. Well, you think you might be done. However, remember when you're adding radicals, if it's the same number inside the house, so both of these match, you keep your root 3 and you add the front numbers. So 16 plus 12 is 28 root 3, and it's perimeter, so it's just feet. Okay, let's move down to number 2. If a square has a side of root 5 inches, what is the area and the perimeter? So if it's a square, that means the length is root 5 and the width is root 5. So go ahead and let's try and do the area. So the area is going to be root 5 times root 5. And your perimeter is going to be 2 times root 5 plus 2 times root 5. So go ahead and see if you can simplify those two. Pause the video real quick and see if you can simplify them. Okay, so you should have paused the video by now. With area, remember when you're multiplying, you multiply the numbers inside. Root 5 times root 5 gives you the square root of 25. But 25 is a perfect square, so your area here is just 5 inches squared. Whenever you're multiplying and the radical is the same number on the inside, so the root 5 and the root 5, the radicals cancel out to just give you a 5. If you can't remember that though, multiply, you get 25, which is a perfect square. Okay, perimeter, 2 times root 5 plus 2 times root 5. Well, the 2's just sit in front. And now when you're adding, both of the numbers inside the radical match, inside the radicand match. So the root 5's match. So you're going to keep your root 5 and you add the numbers in front. So that's going to be 4 root 5. And again, it's inches. It's perimeter. Okay, let's go down to this triangle. Okay, it says express the area of the figure in simplest radical form. Units are in meters. Okay, so area for a triangle, it didn't give it to you, but it gives it to you, I'm pretty sure on your EOC sheet, but triangles, the area is 1/2 base times height. So we're going to figure out the base times height part first, and then we'll just half our answer. So BH, so this is your base right here, and this is the root, the 4 root 6. So this is your base, and then your height is going to be 5 root 3. So we're going to do 4 root 6 times 5 root 3. Just like before, when you're multiplying, you can only multiply outside with outside and inside with inside. So 4 times 5 is going to give you a 20. Square root of 6 times 3 is 18. We've done this enough that I know that 18 is going to break down. 2 times 9, 3 times 3. Again, we have a pair and a single. So the 3 is going to come out, so it's 3 root 2, but that's just for this 18 part. You have to then multiply by the 20. 20 times 3 gives you a 60 root 2. But I'm not done because originally we said we're going to leave this 1/2 off. So I need to bring this 1/2 down, and it's 1/2 times your answer. But just like before, when you're working with radicals, the outside numbers are the only ones that can multiply. So this 1/2 does not have a root, and the 60 is not inside the root, so I can multiply those together to give you 30 square root of 2. And this is area, so it's in meters, so that's meters squared. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the back. So, number 4, if the area of a rectangle is this, so we're given the area, this is the area right here, and the length of this, and the length is 4 root 2, what is the width? So, we have a rectangle. I'm going to draw a picture because I feel like that's going to help me. We have a rectangle, and the area inside is 20 root 50. I know the length, so let's just call this side the length, is 4 root 2. Area is multiplication. So I have 4 root 2 times something has to give me 20 root 50. Well, again, let's go ahead and make this fill in the blank. I have to have something on the outside to give me a 20, and then inside times inside to give me a 50. So 4 times what will give you 20? 4 times 5. Remember, this is the one we're looking for. That's going to be the width. Okay, 4 times 5 gives you 20. 2 times what gives you 50? 2 times 25 gives you 50. So your width for this problem is going to be 5 root 25. And do they give us kilometers? So for this problem, it doesn't say to simplify it, but we know we can simplify it because the square root of 25 is a perfect square. So if this was multiple choice, you might not see 5 root 25 as an answer. So the width is going to be 5 times 5, which is just 25 kilometers. And the reason why it simplifies is because in the original problem, they didn't simplify the 20 root 50. So I would take either answer, the 5 root 25 or the 25 kilometers. All right, let's go ahead and try number 5. It says, if the perimeter of a rectangle is 12 root 3 inches and the length is 2 root 12 inches, what is the width of the rectangle? So the perimeter, so remember, perimeter is adding up all the sides, and we know that's the length. So let's draw a picture. So I know the length is 2 root 12, which means this side is also 2 root 12. And we're trying to find these sides right here. So I know part of my perimeter, if I add these together, I have my perimeter is 12 root 3 equals, these two put together is 4 root 12, plus, I don't know these two lengths. So what's x plus x? 2x. So now it's kind of like a two-step equation. I need to be able to simplify this one. So let's go ahead and just make it a two-step equation. So I need to get this guy by himself. So I need to subtract 4 root 12. And if I do it to one side, you have to do it to the other side. So now I have this right here, 12 root 3 minus 4 root 12 equals 2x. I'm not even going to mess with the 2x yet because I think 12 breaks down. So let me see if I can break 12 down to get this guy all one thing, and then I can deal with the 2. So 12 is going to be 2 times 6, 2 times 3. Yep, I have a pair. I have a pair of 2's and a lunar 3. So I'm going to write up here now. This is 12 root 3 minus, these 2's come out, so 2 times 4 makes 8, square root of 3, and it equaled 2x. Okay, now that they're both the same roots, I can add them together. So 12 minus 8 is 4 root 3 is 2x. Again, I'm not trying to find 2x. I want to find just the width, which is 1x. So you have to divide each by 2. And that's okay because we're not messing with the root. Again, just like multiplication, division is the same. So this is 2 root 3 equals x. And we're dealing with inches. So the width is 2 root 3. Okay, so for the rest of this worksheet, for 6, 7, and 8, go ahead and look at the answer key that is posted on Canvas for the answers for these.